my bag, but before you think it's just another boring in the bag video, you're wrong. I'm not actually going to be talking about my discs, and the reason for that is because everybody has different preferences that I'm not really sure that in the bag videos are actually helpful for people who are looking for what to throw. So I'm actually not going to be talking about these. I'm going to be talking about the other things that go in my bag, the objects that are not actually going to be thrown and maybe not even used very much in every round you play, but things you should still have in your bag. So these are 10 things you should have in your bag or should consider putting in your bag that I have in mind because they have been really, really useful for me. So starting out with number 10, you have a baseball, or really any kind of ball, a golf ball or a softball. I haven't really seen a tennis ball. These are for throwing at discs that are stuck in trees. That sometimes you get a disc stuck in the tree and you need something to throw at it to get it out. You probably don't want to use other discs because the discs themselves might get stuck. I've had this happen before. You probably want to use something smaller, round, that's not going to get stuck in a tree as easily as a flat surface disc. So I recommend having a baseball or a golf ball or another similar weight kind of hard ball object that you can easily throw at a branch or the disc itself to get it to fall out of the tree. So I really recommend having a baseball in your bag, but it's number 10, so maybe not as important as some of the other things on this list. Number 9 is a Sharpie. You want a Sharpie to write your name on your disc or your phone number, PDGA number, that kind of thing. You want to be able to have your disc being identifiable for others. Everybody has lost a disc at some point, and it really sucks when it's a super nice disc and you didn't have your name on it. You want to put your name and phone number on it so that there's at least a chance that somebody sends it back to you or gives it back to you, drops it off at your house or something. It's a really good way to save money just to put your name on a disc, and even if your favorite discs, you don't want to lose your favorite discs, maybe even offer a monetary reward for someone returning it would be a good way of you saving money where you don't have to replace that disc, and someone else is more likely to return it, and you maybe have a higher chance of seeing your favorite disc again. So definitely a marker. Another thing that it's good for is just writing down the date you get an ace on. It's a really special moment, and being able to kind of commemorate it, a marker is a perfect thing for that. So number 9 is a marker. Number 8 is a mini. Minis are maybe not as essential as some other things. Some professionals don't really even use minis, but they are useful for getting 8 inches closer to your target, marking your lie and using the same disc you just threw. Minis are a really good thing to have for those things. They're PDGA legal for that purpose, whereas other things are not. I'm not even sure that discs can be used to mark lies legally other than the discs that you threw. So definitely have a mini in your bag if you plan on competing in tournaments or serious competition with friends. Have a mini. I believe this is number 7. This is a PDGA official rules, a competition manual. This is given out by the Professional Disc Golf Association, so if you're not a Professional Disc Golf Association member, you may not have one or have access to one. I believe these are all in UDisc though, so there is that. But sometimes you may not have your phone on you or your connection may be bad. That it's nice to have a hard copy on you. If a disc lands somewhere and you don't really know what to do with it, it's like, is this inbounds, is this out of bounds, what do I do from this lie? Having this to refer to is good. It's great to answer some of those questions. I haven't actually used this, but I've come close. That if there were people who didn't know the answer to the question I had, this would have been the place I would have gone to. So definitely have one of these in your bag. I recommend a hard copy, but if you don't have a hard copy, you can get one through the UDisc app. Number 6, I like having some gloves in my bag. Gloves are PDGA legal. They're going to help you with grip, staying warm in the winter or the fall. Gloves are just useful. You may not use them when you're throwing, but you may. Gloves may also increase your grip if the disc is slightly damp. It may help drying them off. It'll definitely keep your hands a little bit more comfortable. I recommend having gloves that have the phone operation, the touch screen operation, as something that's possible. But I do recommend having gloves when you're playing in the fall and the winter. So yeah, number 6, have some gloves. Number 5, I recommend having a roll of bandage tape. I basically, since the spring, have had a callus, blister, sore thing on my middle finger that the disc scrapes every time I play. Sometimes, like now, it's not a big deal, but other times, after maybe throwing a dinged up disc or a really sharp beaded disc, it'll open up again, and that's when this comes in. I have used almost half of this roll since September, and it will keep your hand comfortable. It'll protect the sensitivity on your hand, and it's also PDGA legal to have something on your hand that will protect it from the abrasion. So I would definitely recommend having one of these, even if you don't have abrasion on your fingers the way I do. You know, you never know what might happen playing in a round of disc golf, and you may need something to apply some first aid at worst, or even if you just stick your finger with a thorn, having something like this to keep it from affecting how you play is a good thing to have. So definitely look into getting a roll of this bandage tape. All right, the top 4. A water bottle. Not just any water bottle, get a thermal one that'll protect your contents from getting cold if it's a hot beverage, or getting hot if it's a cold beverage. Something that's not going to spill very easily is another good thing to have. Most people carry water around anyway when playing in the summer. I do it every time I play, and this is my go-to water bottle because it holds a lot of water and it also protects it from the elements. Like right now, it's as cold as it was when I put it in, even though it's been sitting in direct sunlight. So definitely get a thermal or thermos water bottle. You will not regret it. Now for number 3. Rechargeable hand warmer or a phone charger. This is a great tool to have. I've seen disc golfers use disposable hand warmers. You're going to run out of those things. They could burst, it could cause issues. This is not going to do that. This is rechargeable, reusable, and it has the functionality of being able to charge your phone, which is useful even in the summertime months, because if your phone runs out of charge, you may want it after your round to call somebody, directions home, whatever. A phone is useful for everything, and if your phone dies, that's not good. And so having one of these as an emergency phone charger is a great thing to have. In addition to how great of a hand warmer it is. So yeah, get yourself one of these. It'll be really great in the fall and winter, and a useful emergency phone charger in the summer if you need it. It's pretty small, light, and great to put in a bag. Number 2, birdie bag, grip enhancer, whatever you want to call it. This is going to really help your hands when they're sweaty or dry. Either way, It's not great for throwing discs. Just doing that makes your hand really, really tacky, really helps with grip. These are a lifesaver for so many people. If you don't have one of these, they're not cheap. Or, I mean, they're not expensive, they are cheap. You should get yourself one of these. It's gonna help you a lot. You can apply it to your hands, you can apply it to your discs. This is going to help you in so many ways. Grip is the most important thing when throwing a disc, and this is gonna be the most useful thing to helping you have good grip. So get a grip enhancer. Finally, a towel. This is going to help you in almost everyday use. It doesn't matter if it's dry out, you still may throw your disc into a creek. If it's raining, your discs are going to be wet, you're going to want to dry it off before you throw it. If the ground is kind of moist because of dew or maybe some drying rain, you really want this. This is going to really, really, really help your game. You can also even use it as a plant, I don't really know what the term would be, but putting it on a tee pad, putting your plant foot on it, is going to keep your foot from slipping. So a towel is probably the most important thing to have in your bag, but that, yeah, you're going to have a lot of uses for it. So definitely get a towel. Well, I hope that video was useful for you. Definitely look into getting those objects. It'll help your game a lot. If you do want to see me go through my discs, I will do that for you guys. Let me know in the comments below, and I will look into doing that for you. So yeah, stay tuned for the next video. Hopefully it'll be me actually playing, but we will see. So yeah, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you again next time.